For how our digipack reflects the ideology of our band, the digipack itself conveys a sense of unity between each band member through their interactions with one another, and this can really be seen in the gestures and the style of movement for each individual character in themselves, even though it's just a snapshot of what their kind of character or personalization is. We can see there's a sense of individuality about them with the way they interact with one another. The same thing can be seen on the back of the cover, with the humour of the protagonist staying in the video, and you can see the conventions of it being used in the digipack as well, as he's trying to raise his hands up, bracing himself for the 9 that blends in a sort of surrealism along with the hyper-realism we attempted to go through with our Photoshop as well.
We also looked at a few theorists, starting with Stuart Hall, who said that encoding and decoding is a translation of a message that is easily understood. What we did was we wanted to add the decoding behaviour into our music video without words being used, so that we can actually observe it through the body language. Such as when Liam is trying to gain Holly's attention and fails, so he slides down the escape ramp and looks really upset, and he knows he's failed at it.
For how our digipack fits in with our audiences, like fans and their expectations and their needs, we can see that the typography we've used is very clear and concise, and it's also got that sense of individuality about it, which is a big theme we wanted to stick with for the whole digipack and the video. And so it kind of displays the information needed with the band name, the Ricks, and also Telling Stories as the album title, along with the song list and the track list on the back. But it also kind of doesn't detract from that sense of that ideology of the personalisation that we've got for the characters and the background that we created in Photoshop in itself as well.
We also looked at Richard Dyer, as the star is a representation of ordinary and extraordinary. Stars must be represented like us and must possess a quality which we do not. So for Liam, our ordinary part of our digipack for it was that he's with his band members, while his extraordinary part is when he is presented as a small person along with his band members with the large instruments to connote that's unique and unworldly, and that not many people are used to seeing this sort of thing on a digipack.
As for how the digipack and the advert kind of fit in with relation to the video, both the digipack and the video feature the same mise-en-scène of the casual band telling quite a relatable story, and you can see that in the clothing style and sense. Most of the band are actually wearing the same clothes that they wore for both the digipack and the advert shoots, along with the video itself. And additionally, each text uses the same instruments that can be seen in the background of the digipack and the band members that are using as in the performance side of the video. And because of the similar lighting in both texts, it actually looks as if both shoots were taken in the same building or the same room, as they both have some sort of artistic and low-key lighting effect to go along with both of them.
When looking at Roland Bass, he has 5 codes, including the main ones: the symbolic coding, the cultural coding, and the semantic coding. We didn't use all of them in the construction of our music video. However, we did use the symbolic coding in our music video, which is when Liam uses the magic tricks to try and impress Holly, which connotes a sense of his devotion and passion to win the girl over, even though he fails, and he wants to try again over and over and over. Shows repetitious insights.
For how the digipack echoes the theme of the video, both the digipack and the video are focused on providing a kind of humorous style and sense of tone to the audience. Our protagonist kind of stays in character for both texts, and we can see a clear link in between the digipack and the advert are trying to convey along with the video, in that sense of, again, Liam there raising his hands up ready to brace the impact of the 9. It seems almost in character, almost as expected to be after watching the video, or vice versa. When you look at how he acts, the protagonist in the video, we can expect that, judging by his movements as seen on the digipack, giving quite a clear and concise link between the two.
Continuing on from the protagonist theory, Prop is well known for his theory of narrative, that the narrative is driven by the characters. So we figured that our protagonist is Liam, and he goes through a journey of wanting to impress the girl by doing things that he's not good at, yet coming across the fact that he does not need to change to be a good person, and is actually a good person when Holly finds out that he can actually sing rather than do silly failures such as the magic act or falling off a skateboard, which is extremely embarrassing for him and connotes that our character is actually more powerful than he realises.
And when it comes to the institutional and the business purposes behind the three of our products, we can see that the advert and the digipack are both created to sell the style and sell the tone of the video, and also what kind of genre, the mise en scène, the band might perform musically, which we can see based on the genre of it is kind of like an indie group, an indie pop group. And the video itself, where we can see it's created to sell the star image of the band member and to give our frontman Liam a personality that kind of links with our audience and would in future want them to become fans of the music and then buy into the brand, the Ricks as a whole.
For Todoro's theory of equilibrium, we figured that we have a bit of him included in our production of our music video. Our equilibrium is when Liam is at his house, he's all happy, ready to go get his girl, and is the main star of it. However, as the music video continues, disruption is conveyed when he fails to impress her the first time, which is during the magic act. The main conflict is when he tries again, but falls off the skateboard and fails, and she just walks away. The resolution is that Holly is walking and overhears this beautiful sound, so she walks up into the room and finds that he can sing, which is the resolution for his equilibrium. Everything goes back to normal, but he has actually gained a new girlfriend, which is what his plan was to do at the beginning. So everything is okay.